Welcome, all you +2 comedy modifiers, back to the stream. My microphone was out of place. Welcome back to a Decadent Mind. Yes, for October we'll be playing another month of Decadent Mind. Lisa in the chat, the creator of this, and we've been kind of just jumping around, doing things that interest me, and any interesting titles that I see here, I've been just kind of jumping into, and that is what we will continue to do. Burn Baby Burn, Disco Inferno, Rebus Galore, sure. Galore, Rebus Galore, number 30, by request. All right. Better use the search by voice feature of Google. That's a real thing. So, Stevia minus ES. So Steve Carr. Steve Carr is actually a comedian, I know, which is very fun. Steve Carr. Ely? Carly? Steve Carly. I don't know how to say. What is this? That is a weird thing. All right. Yeah, it's a fashion magazine. Car magazine? Car. How do.
L.
Steve Carl? Steve Carl. Steve. Oh, Steve Carell. Thank you. Thank you, Maka. Thank you, Andrew. I'm being dumb. Steve Carell, famous actor from The Office. Boink. I was thinking Steve Carlton, who was a pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. No, I was thinking of Steve Carlton. I'm sorry. Not here, sugar. What? I did break the rules. I didn't do the... I didn't view the page source or anything. Smoothie in hand. Rebus time. Rebus. Something's fishy here. Not here, sugar. And there's nothing of note here either. Shake my head in my head. Not here, sugar. Is that just the answer? It's for some reason it's called, it says nope period here, so it's basically telling me that that's wrong. Not here, sugar. Just trying. Ah. That's pretty obvious, right? There we go. No mas. So this is Kristen Wiig, right? Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig's pretty good. I'm a big fan of Bridesmaids. I thought Bridesmaids was good. I actually am not the biggest fan of her SNL stuff. What am I doing? And I actually really enjoyed Ghostbusters. I'm saying it. Think Brit. So that's the Lou. So Louis. I've noticed I've been using more British words because I watch a lot of Taskmaster and I hang out in the Not Prawn forum. So Lou. So Louis Fevre? Louis, not CK, not Anderson. Actually, it might be Louis C.K. Louis A. Louis C.K. I used to like him. Uh-oh. Do I need to put the periods in, maybe? Or does Louis spell his name differently? Louis? Louis C.K.? He's a great comic. He's done some things I can't really approve of. You gave me comedy. Yeah, thank you very much. So we got Jeff Goldblum. A to-do list. Or I guess it's the checks. Check and ham. I'm also getting worried about these. These are probably important that I should have been paying attention to. Make a to-do list, check off first item, realize you already did 2 things on list, reward yourself with a nice long nap. Sounds pretty good. Checkham? Jeff. Oh. Boo! 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 So, as will be explained on the next episode of the Stay Doomed podcast, which is part 4 of Freaks and Geeks, I have an irrational hatred of ventriloquists. This is Jeff Dunham. I really don't know what it is, but there's just something about, I kind of know what it is. As a stand-up comedian, I am responsible for my own jokes. I know you didn't ask for this. I don't want to search Tor. No. I know you didn't ask for this, but this is my feeling. As a comedian, I am responsible for my jokes. If I see something offensive, I have to own it. A ventriloquist can use a dummy to say some of the most offensive things in the world, and then just go, "Wasn't me. That was him." And we all know it was him. We all know the ventriloquist is the one saying it. But he can get away with it with this weird loophole. It's like, nah, that's the character. I hate that. As I'm on stage doing stand-up, I am a character. Like, Noah on stage is different from Noah in life. But Noah on stage, or Noah in life, will be held accountable for the actions of Noah on stage in comedy. And as will also be revealed in that episode of Stay Doomed, I tried to be a ventriloquist for a bit. It was a skill I did attempt to learn. I was not very good at it. I tried my hardest, but it's hard not to move your lips. Yeah, people just need to understand. I can do pretty much everything. I just have tons and tons of skills. Man, I'm really worried about this. That's another guy I used to really like. This is Jim Carrey. You kind of look at him differently after you've seen the Man on the Moon documentary, the Jim and Andy documentary. The first time I saw it, I was like, God, Jim Carrey's awesome. How cool. And then I watched the documentary again and was just like, nah, he's kind of just a dick. That being said, Ace Ventura, all-time banger. Also, he does not get enough credit for his weird. Jim Carrey does not get enough credit for his dramatic work. The Majestic's okay. Number 23 is great, and probably my absolute favorite Jim Carrey movie of all time is Truman Show. Truman Show, he's so good in it. Like, there's so many great, just genuine moments with it. Ooh. Oh, you didn't like Man on the Moon? I mean, I love Kaufman, which seems to go against all the words I just said, but I do love Andy Kaufman. Okay, so I'm guessing I have to do something with this. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I didn't dig. I've basically seen all of his films. Yes Man's okay. Liar Liar's a classic. The Mask is awesome. I haven't seen Mr. Popper's Penguins. He has a small role in Simon Birch, and he's really good in that. He was my favorite in Living Color. Bruce Almighty's great. It's a little on the nose, like it's a little beat you over the head with its message, but Bruce Almighty has some great laughs in it. To be honest, Steve Carell steals that movie. Steve Carell steals Bruce Almighty from him. I wasn't a huge Dumb and Dumber fan. I haven't seen the sequel. Grinch wasn't great, but he's great in The Grinch. Also, little unknown film that is created by my favorite director, Steve Odekirk. Not to be confused with Bob Odenkirk. But You can find the entire film on YouTube. It's called High Strung. Highly recommend High Strung. It's a very strange movie, but God, I love High Strung. I feel like this should be the last one. No. Alright, let's zoom in. High Strung. Like strung up. And if you don't know Steve Odekirk, he directed Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. He also starred in... I'm afraid to go back to this movie because it was one of my absolute favorite films of all time. But I'm afraid if I go back to it, it's not going to live up to my memories. Which is Kung Pao Enter the Fist. He's the director and star of Kung Pao Enter the Fist. I loved that movie. I remember the first time I saw it. I had it on DVD. And the moment it ended, I started it again. Because I loved it so much. From now on, you will call me by the name Betty. Ventriloquist in that movie, and I don't hate them. Alright, so we're gonna go... What are we doing? Gotta go back. It looks like these all kind of like line up, so that's kind of that's the current plan. Strung? S-T-U-N-G. Strung. I will say, when I say it's entirely on YouTube, it was entirely on YouTube a few years ago. Oh, these don't line up the way I thought they would. I don't know if that's good or bad, but they definitely don't line up the way I thought. Steam Deck update available. Everybody get excited. Ah! Alright, come on. So, I feel like I need to know what type of cipher this is, or something, because I don't know if what I'm doing is even helpful. Because I'm trying to create it into, like, one image, which might not even be what I need to do. They might just be barcodes that I scan. I'm out of smoothie. None of those look right. All right. Maybe one of these. Not finished with the comedians. Really? Hold on. Let me get these. I'll finish getting this, and then I'll go back. Oh, I just got it. Okay. It just popped into my brain. Because I was too busy talking about Jim Carrey. I missed, legitimately, one of my absolute favorite comedians of all time. And let me get the last one, and then we'll continue down the road. Ah, there's one there. That was probably the worst copy-paste job I've done. Ooh, and they all seem to be slightly different sizes. Cool! Alright, let's go back. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh, it's Jim Carrey. And then, oh, it's the same image. But it's not! It's Jimmy Carr! How's Jimmy Carr spell his name? He spells it like that. Okay. Jimmy Carr. Love his new show. If you have not watched, I literally just told you, you're missing out. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Kevin Hart. I've found it on YouTube. There's a YouTuber that uploads like British shows, almost it seems exclusively from me, and that's where I get my Taskmaster fix and my Jimmy Carr fixed and big quiz of everything, all that good stuff. Man, what is that YouTube channel? Osmond? I'll pull it up later for you. Jimmy Hart, or gosh, Jimmy Hart's a wrestler. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart should be respected more for his stand-up. Like, not a big fan of the Kevin Hart films, but great comic. I think I know this one. So, as I grab this, I'll tell you another fun story about me. When I first started to get into stand-up, I entered a contest. It was the New Jersey King of Campus Comedy Competition. And the prize was, first place got a trip to Cancun, Mexico, I believe originally to perform on MTV Spring Break. $1,000 scholarship to a New York comedy club, comedy school, and a all expenses paid, not all expenses, but like admission to perform in a showcase at NACA, and NACA is It's basically where you go to get booked at colleges. It's very expensive to go. So the idea of someone paying for your ride is like insane. But you perform at this big showcase, and all these representatives from different colleges across the country are there, and they go, maybe that's a person that I want to book. The guy who won that competition is actually a fantastic comedian who currently tours named Adam Malawala. He's the guy who beat me. I came in second, so he got all that stuff. And because I came in second, I received a Joan Rivers DVD. So it's always hurt me a little bit that he got all that stuff, and because he was just a touch funnier than me, I got a Joan Rivers DVD. I love Joan Rivers, I really do. I've never opened that DVD. It's just kind of like this scarlet letter that I carry around where I'm like so close. So I kind of have it as like an albatross still in the plastic in my closet. Okay, British. Let me push my voice forward so I can get a nice British accent and say wonder. Wonder Psychics? Oh, Wanda Sykes. I got that already, right? Yeah. Yeah, Wanda Sykes. Yeah, people need to understand I can do everything. I'm unbelievably talented. I was having this argument with someone recently, so I'll just bring it up here. They're basically saying, like, I could do all this stuff, but what's the point? And I replied, like, there's never been a time in my life where I've thought to myself, God, I wish I didn't learn a skill. So I have all these skills. So, like, will they ever come in handy? I don't know. But I like having them. Like, I'm not a great juggler, but I worked on juggling for a bit. I'm a unicyclist. I don't know if you guys know that, but I can actually ride a unicycle. I hold a world record in unicycling. I hold the world record. I haven't checked up on it, so I could have lost it. But I completed the LBI unicycling marathon on the smallest unicycle. I promised a good episode, so I'm giving you a good episode. Yeah, so I went to this unicycling marathon. It was Long Beach Island, which was, I think, 11 miles? Maybe a little longer. But it's the entire length of Long Beach Island on a unicycle. And I rolled up, and I had a 14-inch wheel. Everybody else had a 36-inch wheel. Because with unicycles, hold on. With the unicycle, here's my background. Here's my wheel. Here's everybody else's wheel. Boo! And unicycles don't have chain. So one rotation of this wheel is my legs doing a full rotation. So doing one full rotation of this isn't as far as getting one full rotation in this giant wheel. So everybody looked at me as I rolled up and they're like, you're never going to finish. And I was like, I'm going to finish. And immediately everybody just took off. And I was just like, yeah, gotta go. When I was like nearing the end of it, there was a guy on a 42-inch wheel who came back the other way And I was just like, yeah, no, gotta keep going. It was in the rain. It was a great day. Wish I had pictures of that. Anyway, Wanda Sykes. Oops. S-K-E-K-E-S. Why is that wrong? Am I crazy? Oh, that was weird. That's also a past Halloween costume for old TV's Noah, is Sonic the Hedgehog. He's a big Sonic fan. Oh boy. I honestly don't recognize this. I want to say Rob Zombie, but I don't know. A killer. A zombie, an axe murderer, and then we got okay, so Smurf without the S but adding an E, so it's Murphy. So probably Killian Murphy? Killian Murphy? Yeah. I got made fun of a lot because I look like Cillian Murphy. At least they did a few years ago. And, oh man, he spells his name super weird. Before I had these, my glasses looked exactly like the glasses he wore in Batman Begins. So everyone was just like, "Oh my God, it's the Scarecrow," and I would just be like, "It's the Batman." Getting a lot of fun stories out of me today. Wait, I gotta do the thing. Hold on. There it is. Also on the latest episode of Stay Doomed, which will be dropping tomorrow, unless you're a patron, which you will already have access to it. And if you're not a patron, it came out a month ago. I talk about going to Ozfest. It was awesome. Alright, what else? What else? Yes, yeah, it was headlined by Ozzy and Static X. And who? Oh, Lordy. Lordy was there. 6 Inches of Blood. Oh, God. I'm trying to... I think Pink-Headed Girl was there. The metal band that loves the TV show Lazy Town. I think they were there. I don't know. I spent a lot of time at the Freak Show when I went to Ozzy because I was big into that stuff. Let's put in the answer. Red Eye, good movie, by the way. It's still a C. Remember, we learned this, Noah. You made a whole comment that he spells his name weird. He's a Peaky Blinder. Now I'm not sure what's wrong. Cillianmurphy. Is it not Killian Murphy? Is it perhaps a different Murphy? He isn't a comedian, so... There he is. Yeah, whatever, I agree. Avenged Sevenfold. Now, there's a great band. Beast and the Harlot is a great song. Where are you at? Yep, come on now. Come on. Is it Eddie? Oh, Eddie Murphy. Duh. Eddie spells his name like that, right? Eddie Murphy. Ooh, I don't know if I know this one. Bailey. Because it appears to be Bailey's without the S, so Bailey. Like Check Bailey? Or Tab Bailey? It's a vegetarian restaurant? Does that matter? Tip Bailey? There's no, like... There's no arrows or anything on this. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't immediately jump to Eddie Murphy. I guess I like Cillian Murphy more because I look like him. At least I used to. Tip Bailey, Check Bailey. Meal Bailey, Bailey. Comedian with the last name Bailey. I don't know. Oh. As in a Bill. Like Bill Bailey. Who... Is that the Cash Cab guy? No, oh no, he's, Matilda. He'll forever be a rock and roll nerd. Bill Bailey's great. Yeah, I believe he's also told me to take my canvas bags to the supermarket. Believe that's Bill Bailey? Makeup entire? Ooh, okay. So it's Michael McIntyre, who I don't think I know. Ba ba ba. So who's Michael McIntyre? No, I don't know Michael McIntyre at all. I'll have to give this guy a try. I don't know him. I assume he's quite British. I'm just going to get rid of some of the stuff that's in the way. Get rid of this for now. McIntyre. So when I was in high school, I went to a performing arts high school. So I majored in theater in high school. And my best friend, I was constantly like competing with, my buddy Zach, his absolute favorite actor of all time was Robin Williams. And just I remember just him loving Robin Williams but having never seen Good Will Hunting. I was like, dude. And he'd never seen Awakenings, which is another just like amazing Robin Williams movie. I think this is my boy Bill Burr. I say he's my boy when he's not one of my favorites. I don't think this is true anymore, but he I have nothing against Bill Burr. It's very interesting. Bill Burr, I think, is so funny, but I'm not a fan of his comedy. Like, I would rather watch a Bill Burr interview than a Bill Burr special. I also hold this weird grudge. It's probably not true anymore, because I'm not as active as I used to be. But if you search nerd stand-up comic, yeah, it's not true anymore. It used to go. I know. I really should check out his podcast. It used to go Brian Posehn. It didn't used to have Emo Phillips. It used to be Brian Posehn, Chris Hardwick. Who was third? I think it might have been Christian Finnegan, Bill Burr, and then me. And I was like, if I could only get past Bill Burr. Now, like, Bill Burr doesn't show up, and I bet I don't show up anymore. Yeah, I'm nowhere to be found. No, it was Simon Pegg. That's what it was. It was Simon Pegg was the third one. Comedian, maybe it was? Yeah, Bill Burr's not here and I'm not here. So we've both fallen off the Google list of nerd stand-up comedians. Yep, nowhere to be found. Alright. It's probably because my website's dead, but oh well. Remind me before I sign off to show you a cool thing about Google searches. Well, I mean, that's what Plus Two Comedy's about. I'm a nerd-specific stand-up comedian, and I do comic book conventions and anime cons and stuff like that. Ooh, interesting one here. Not immediately coming to mind what this is. Because it's Brendan Fraser, but that's from George of the Jungle. So this could be either Brendan or George. TikTok dudes took over. I know. I've considered starting a TikTok so many times. I don't trust the app. Because I know it's super, it takes all your data and stuff. Super intrusive. George. Oh, it's George Carlin. All right. So now you get this story. I was doing a show in Greece, and when we flew over, we took Air France, and I was flying from New York to France, from France to Greece, and yes, I was a working actor, and I was the lead in Desire Under the Elms, and we did a tour of Delphi and Athens. We were supposed to go to Crete, but it got canceled. But as I was flying, as we were in the air heading to France, it kind of dawned on me. I was like, hey, what time are we landing? And they were like, oh, we're landing at 3:30 their time. And I went, okay. What time's the flight to Greece? And they were like, 3 o'clock their time. And I was like, does no one see the problem with that? They're like, oh, this happens all the time. There will be delays. It'll be fine. And then we landed, and the plane was gone. It had been gone for half an hour. And thus, they had to reschedule our plane. We had to spend 12 hours in a French airport. And then we flew from France to Prague. And then from Prague to Greece. And I was just like, guys, I'm going to sleep. And I passed out in the airport. And I was just laying under a bench. And another cast member came and woke me up. And they were like, Noah, just so you know, George Carlin died. I was like, you woke me up for this? And I was all sad. I love George Carlin. Yeah, my biggest regret is that I don't have a poster. Because I had my face on it in Greek of my show in Greece. Well done! That's the last rebus. The answer to the whole level is comedian number 15's first, 8th... Oh, what are you doing to me? Comedian 15's first, 8th, 13's 3rd, 10th's 8th, 4th, 5th, 1st, 10th, 2nd... Oh man, this is all over the place! What are we doing? All right. So I'm going to guess we had 15 comedians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So I don't know what the barcodes mean then, because I'm assuming we are doing a book cipher. I don't need any of this anymore. Those old Phobos notes. So first and eighth letter, I assume, would be G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A. And then 13, so let's go back 2. 14, 13, that's Robin Williams. And get his third, which would be a B. Then the 10th, so I'm on 13. So 12, 11, 10. Eddie. Okay. 8th and then 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is R. And then the 4th would be 1, 2, 3, 4 would be an I. And then the first 10th. So we can go all the way back to Steve Carell. We get his 10th letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's an L. Or should it be here? Ha ha! Fluffy! Got it. Got it, got it, got it. It's my big brain. It's my big comedy brain. It's my big old comedy brain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big old comedy brain. So I'm worried about the barcodes not being... Sorry. I'm guessing the barcodes were Easter egg of some sort. Oh. Ooh, don't like the question mark being there. Don't care for this. No. It's at 30, I think, right? I've been denied. It lies to me. It lied to me. So I'm guessing it has something to do with these barcodes then. But I don't know how to read these. Like... Semi what? Ah, secret level. Alright. I don't know what these are, though. How do I read them, though? Types of barcodes. Kinda look like these. No. No to whatever's happening. I mean, it could be a data matrix. It could be one of these. That would be very nice of you. That would be very, very much appreciated. Yeah, if you want to send one of those to me, it would probably be a lot easier. So while that's happening, I'll show you my own little Easter egg. So if you know anything about comedy, there's different like levels of comedian, basically. Headliner means you're the best. You're the best out there. And then there's like feature underneath that, and then there's like opener. And then underneath that is like a level called bringer, where like you're not great, so you're required to bring an you're required to sell. All right, hold on. I don't want to like give out too much information on you, so I'm going to do this while I pull up Discord. So, like I was saying, the cream of the crop is your headliner. That's the top comedian, and then below that is the featured. So like it's basically they're not ready to headline yet, but we'll feature them here because they're on their way up. Then after that, there's your opener, where you're just or opener and host, kind of like right around there. And then after that, you have your bringer, which is someone who's not that funny but can get people to show up, so you kind of give them a spot. And then when you're just starting, there's the open micer, which means that the only way you're getting on stage is because they let anyone go on stage in an open mic. That's what an open mic comic is. So now, let me show you this fun little Easter egg on Google. So thank you so much for sending this to me. I don't know what to do with this. I assume that there's some sort of barcode reader I can send this to. Barcode reader online. This one? I'm just going to select them all because I don't know. Browse. Boom. Boom. Read. Is this the message? Is this... I guess it's inlet 3? Is it this website? Go back. Oh, sorry. You're right. I hit the wrong button. Criminally listed. Criminally listed? What a weird... That's a weird answer. Yay! Actually solved. Yay! So let's stay here in to this will end the stream here. So like I was saying, the worst comic is the open mic comic. So let's go ahead and search bad open mic comic. It's a picture of me. I actually used to be way more of the pictures. I'm actually a little upset that it's not a bunch. But yeah, as I did this to myself as a joke. I was like, I'm going to turn myself into a meme and I'll be bad open mic comic or bad open mic Brad. And yeah, I'm now the #1 search result if you search bad open mic comic. And what's great is, on occasion, a comedy club that I've never heard of will use this image in their like advertising. And like friends of mine will send it to me like, yo, they're using your picture. And then I'll show up and I'll hold up a sign that says, you owe me $1. just to show that it's actually me. But yeah, there's a meme template of me. So yeah, this has been a deep introspective stream, but what's most important is I solved it. Show me that sweet, sweet green check mark. Give me the good brain juice. Yeah! Boom, 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 boom. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to join on these more chill, relaxed stream where we get more one-on-one time to talk, consider joining the Patreon. You get to see these live when they happen every Tuesday, or at least a month early before this heads over to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all these cool people for being awesome patrons and keeping the lights on here. I got one really bright light over here that does all the work, and it's very expensive to turn on. So thank you guys so much for your support. And as always, I will see you all next time.